Peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aToneTarot. Virgo, you're tuned in for a general read for the first half of February. What do you need to know? And I'll be adding a cross watcher section for the end. All right, Virgo, without further ado, let's get up into your message. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to the channel. If you could, please go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it, Virgo. I'm going to start off with 10 cards from this Aquarius Tarot. We are in Aquarius season. So let's see what my Virgos need to know. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope all is well with everyone. We're going to get up into this message, Virgo. Ten cards, please, for my Virgo collective. Come on, Virgo. What do my Virgos need to know for the first half of February? 3 more cards, please. This is just generally speaking what's going on in the backdrop. What may be causing you some issue, confusion, conflict. All right. Okay, Virgo. So the overall theme in the first half of February is a relationship that and a family, a blended family. And before I get into this, let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. Apologies. First things first, if it don't apply, let it fly, right? Take what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your rising, moon, and or Venus on the channel as well. Might fill in the pieces. But otherwise, let me also get into the cards here. You got the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the Sun and the Moon, the 5 of Swords, as well as the 9 of Wands. And this 7 of Swords popped out in reverse as an additional card for my Virgo collective. So let me just break this down because there's quite a few things going on. What I do want to call out before I forget to say, Leo, I believe, also received a similar spread like this for their monthly, where they had the Sun and the Moon in their spread. So some of you may be dealing with a Leo. You may have heavy Leo in your charts, but you also may want to check out that reading. All right. Now, with regards to this 2 of Cups and the 7 of Wands, a very promising relationship, or what you thought was promising, a promising relationship that was going to grow into your forevermore, Virgo, may have hit the bricks. You may be hitting some bumps. There may be some issues. There are some challenges in a relationship that you thought was going to be your last relationship. You and this person started off almost identical, and you're very confused as to some of the exchanges that you might be having with this person. You're experiencing a complete 180. Maybe when you signed up or when you started, it was very loving and nice with this person, and now it's icy and cold. You're receiving the cold shoulder. Someone is talking to you in a way that you're not accustomed to this person talking to you. And if it's not that, someone is experiencing a loss. There's some heavy emotional things going on in either you or your partner's backdrop that's causing them to not be as loving as you're accustomed to them being. And it's causing some friction where you two may be fighting and saying things to each other. This is passive aggressiveness is what I'm picking up on. And where the other one is very direct. So one person is passive and one person is directly mean, darty. Their words are like daggers is what I'm picking up on, where another person is an emotional manipulator. So it could be that it's a few things going on for a few different people, but there is a complete switch in someone's personality from how they maybe show up as a couple outside, keeping up with the Joneses. You may want to appear as relationship goals, but when you go home and the moon comes up and nightfall is before you two, you're not exchanging the most loving words. Someone might be sleeping on the couch with this 9 of Wands being here because they feel like all day they battle with this person and individual, and now you want to be apart from them if you can. You know what I mean? You might have had to show up together as a unit during the day, and it's exhausting because how you truly feel or how someone truly feels is not what it is, Virgo, by day. Someone is by day showing up happy, everything's fine, but you or someone may be hearing something in the conversation that they're not liking, and they may not be as in love as they thought they were, right? And that confession is coming up and out with this 7 of Swords being in reverse as an additional card here for you guys. So I'm going to check out the characters going on around you, Virgo, to see how this all comes together for my Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first half of February. So that's the overview. Let's get up into the characters, the individuals, kind of behaviors or things that may be puzzling you about why the change of heart in this individual is occurring. What happened? Are there people that may have influenced this change? Or, because with that 5 of Cups being there, I told you someone had some major, maybe emotional problems going on with parents, children, that is causing them to be in their head, like the loss. Those type of things can definitely make someone rigid to their partner, and it's understandably so. They lost a significant person in their life and they're grieving. And, you're the mate, you're the significant other to the person who's grieving the loss of someone. That can heavily impact the nature of that relationship. But let's see what is going on with my Virgos. I'm really picking up on grief going on with a partner, like a spouse. Your spouse may be grieving, and you may not realize that is ultimately the reason why they may not be so nice to you in conversation, Virgo. But let's see what's going on. Pull 5 cards. Because that night and, that moon and that sun, someone is definitely behaving one way and saying, no, I'm fine, everything's fine, it's you. You're the one with the problem. It's like, no, there's something else going on underneath the surface. And we need to figure it out because Mr. or Mrs. Grouchy Pants ain't gonna cut it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, yeah, so whoever this is, they are a bit of a control freak, Virgo. So you receive ninja, vendor, swindler, boss, and driver. Ninja is that moon and that sun energy. Being able to mask up and sneak in and grab whatever they need and then stand along the bystanders to say, oh, what happened? A crime was committed. They can be both people, with ninja being here and then this vendor, right? With vendor, I'm also picking up on someone who will outsource the problem. You know, they may not have the expertise. They're fully aware. They'll get someone else. They'll pay someone else to fix and bring in to resolve an issue. They don't waste any time trying to or pretending as if they have an expertise that they don't possess. They're honest with themselves in that regard. Swindler, this is not, in this read, I'm not picking up on energy that's someone who is trying to steal money or property or anything like this. This is someone who is wearing this mask, though. They don't want the world to know how they're feeling emotionally. This is a mask to hide, to remain in charge with this boss being here and in the driver's seat. They put distance between them and you. Like I said, the accountability might be tossed back onto you. Oh no, I'm fine, it's you. I'm just over here minding my business. But their energy, attitude, behavior is saying something different. Their face is frowned up. They're huffing and puffing. And then when someone goes to ask or pry, are you okay? What's wrong? No, I'm fine. Why are you asking? And then they bite your head off. And it becomes this snowball of, you know what, never mind. I won't even ask or say anything to you because you're being mean to me and you don't even realize that's not how we started and how did we get here. So yeah, just if this person has they probably have experienced some losses, like, and they're not wanting to deal with it, Virgo. And until they get up underneath that, the backlash will come through the arguments and the little jabs that this person may take at you. So let's see what's up with your finances for the first half of February for my Virgo collective. And if you haven't done so already, come on, Virgo, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. Let's see what's going on with my Virgos bag, that coin, them dollars in the first half of February. What do you need to know financially speaking as it relates to your career initiatives and endeavors, projects, things like that? What's going on with work? We about to see. 5 cards, please, for my Virgos. Excuse me. Sun rising in Venus. All right, Virgo. So you receive cultivation, manifesting wealth, roll the dice, and expression. So before I forget, and I got confirmation of it right away, when wealth came out, I heard buy gold. They should buy gold. And then it was confirmed when the dice card came out, and there's gold back to back in this card. So some of you may have purchased gold or are thinking about purchasing some gold. This is your confirmation that you should do so, because it's going to cultivate and manifest something very big for you, Virgo. That's for a small few of you, but I'm just calling it like I heard it and see it here. But anyway, cultivation is growth. Growth is slow, silent, and not quick, is also what I'm called to tell you. So as it relates to growing your bag, you need to be able to wrap your head around having some level of patience, discipline, and manifesting, calling into your reality what you want to see as stable, Virgo. That's first and foremost. And then you'll be able to express yourself to someone in such a way that really allows it to penetrate and get through and resonate with them. I'm also picking up on, for that previous loved one, significant other, spouse that may be experiencing grief and not wanting to deal with that, or see that grief is causing them to be maybe a little prickly and mean towards you. Write them a letter, Virgo. A letter expressing and indicating and pointing to maybe some research around behaviors that are linking to these types of things that can call them to your humble beginnings of your relationship and how you started and what made you to click in the first place. So keep that in mind, and put that in your back pocket, Virgo. But yeah, a letter may benefit the situation, or a text message, some written form, because it seems like when you speak to this individual, you're not getting the response back. It used to be that they were tender when they spoke to you, and that time is soon past between you guys. But this is about your money and your career, so we're gonna get back to that. But your relationships and your love life has impact. I don't know about y'all, it has impact to our money. If you're sad and upset and going through something in your personal life and your love life with someone you're building a life with, it can impact how focused you are at work, or standing up your business, or continuing to run a business. So all of those things matter, because we are a whole person, right? And you don't get to carve out and put on the shelf parts of you and leave it at home when you go to work. No, you bring that with you to some degree. So it matters. But anyway, cultivating and manifesting and bringing into your reality, Virgo, what you see as fruitful, prosperous, and progressive is all in your hands. So start by, one, reflecting on where you and how far you have come. Because again, like I said, growth is silent and it takes time. So how much time have you invested in calling into your reality what you want your reality to look like? And go from there, Virgo, is what I will say. All right, so for my cross watchers, as promised, we're going to see what's the tea on my Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Virgo, let's see. Let's see what it be. Virgo, what you got going on? Inquiring minds would like to know. Your cross watchers Would like to know, Virgo, what's on that biscuit, that brain, that mind of yours. What you cooking up? What you thinking, feeling, sensing, hiding? One more card, please. I don't do cards that fall on the floor. It almost made it, but it did not. Let's see. Okay, so my Virgos receive dirty offer, happiness hater, groupie, rejected, and unbothered. So with dirty offer, I got two different messages for dirty offer. Flat out dirty offer, somebody lying or overselling something to you, saying that they can give you something that they can't, or they lied or reneging on something they gave you or said they were going to give you. And then two, someone who works with their hands. Their hands actually get dirty when they offer love, care. They may have tried to it was a thing where they played with you, where they would get you dirty. If their hands were dirty, they would act like they were going to touch you or rub your hair or something. I don't know, but you two were once happy, and I don't know if there is someone who is jealous and lurking in your background, Virgo, but this person, your significant other, may have groupies who is hating on your relationship. Small few of you, right? But either way, the Virgo's message to the cross watcher is that they will be unbothered once passed out of beyond whatever this is. They will move on and be able to elevate and stand up their life just as exquisite as it may be now, if not better. That's the air that I'm also getting from my Virgos. Like, let me know now if you got groupies and you have this different type of lifestyle that is not for me. I can go about my business and be unbothered because I don't want to be a part of the groupies. Somebody has some groupies, which for this cross-watching section, there's quite a few people that might be interested in what Virgo has going on because they're curious. And if the Virgo is happy in a relationship, some people may not have been so happy for that Virgo as they proclaim to be. This could even be a friend group too. I'm picking up on this. Virgo may have a group of friends who acted and said that they were happy for you, but they saw some red flags in your relationship and they were like, nah. When you were out of their sight, Virgo, they were saying, yeah, I don't think this is going to work with Virgo. Yeah, that partner that they have, they seem like they're so happy, but I don't know. That their partner seems unbothered by Virgo or not offering Virgo a clear offer. So there's something going on in that regard where there's a group of people who are leaning in one person's favor or another in this partnership too. That could be a very big part of the problem, Virgo. So this is the cross watcher section. You know who you are. You might be meddling and observing from the sidelines what's going on with Virgo, but there's quite a few people involved in this and might have seen that the offer was dirty from the door. That is your message, Virgo. Until next time, I hope that it helps. Peace.